With the 25th anniversary of Half-Life, Valve took it upon themselves to release an update that not only fixed long overdue bugs along with quality of life improvements, but also added a significant amount of free content. A majority of this content was taken from the update disc for Half-Life known as Half-Life Further Data. But you already know this, don't you? So what's the big deal then? Well, despite directly addressing further data and adding a bunch of maps and models, they actually forgot some of the content, and they are likely aware of it. Well, then what are they missing, you might ask? Well, thankfully, it isn't a huge amount of stuff, but the fact that it's missing feels very off. First off comes the stuff you likely care the most about. Further Data originally came with 8 maps, with 3 of them eventually being added to the Steam version of Half-Life, and another 3 being added during its 25th anniversary. This leaves 2 maps stuck on that old CD. The first we'll discuss is Team 9, a simple base map designed by Doug Wood, one of the animators and designers for Half-Life, as well as the creator of the map Bounds. Apparently, this map was intended to be played on a competitive 4v4 rule set, which seems wild considering this was made back in the 90s. A time where people definitely weren't anywhere near as competitive as they are nowadays. As said previously, this is a pretty simple map that's main gimmick seems to just be water. You can also get stuck going down this pathway for some reason. There isn't much to talk about here, but it is a mystery as to why it wasn't added to the game if it's this inoffensive. The next map might explain itself as to why it wasn't added, however. The Hill is a vertically designed map by Dario oh shit, I'm gonna have to look that guy's name up. How do you pronounce that name?
Casale?
Casale, that's what the video told me. Okay. The Hill is a simple vertically designed map by Dario Casale, a Half-Life level designer who helped make some pretty damn good levels such as Ravenholm in Half-Life 2, as well as making Crossfire, which is without a doubt the most popular deathmatch map, bar none. The most standout feature of this map that likely drew your attention from the thumbnail is the huge PC Gamer logo just slapped onto the ground at the entrance. This map was apparently an exclusive map given out to PC Gamer Online and exclusively distributed via their magazine before finally releasing with Half-Life Further Data. Why they decided firstly to add such a weird, immersion-breaking image to the map is beyond me, let alone leaving it there in their re-release of the map. Ignoring the weird image, this map is actually pretty well designed. There's a teleporter in the middle of the map, being the only way to climb to the top of the temple-like building, eventually filling you with goodies if you manage to get to the top, as well as essentially being a god spot to pick at enemies also coming from the top. It reminds me of how High-Rise from Modern Warfare had that hard-to-reach spot that gave you a vantage point over the whole map if you managed to reach it. Despite how well the map is designed though, it's pretty clear that they likely didn't want to get into any trouble with PC Gamer, and I guess also decided that removing the image would simply remove too much of the map's identity, or something like that. I honestly don't know. Despite losing 2 maps, Valve also didn't port over 2 player models that were also exclusive to Further Data, along with a number of sprays. I'm not going to cover the sprays since not only is it insanely easy to add back to the game, much like what we're soon going to discuss, but there's simply too many of them to cover and you probably don't care. The player models are pretty funny though. Out of the 4 models that were exclusive to Further Data, Valve only ported 2 of them, leaving 2 behind. The first being this generic cartoonish Bushman character named Cannibal, and the other just being Ken. As in Ken Birdwell, who was one of the developers who worked at Valve. Pretty funny that they chose to leave this model out. I wonder if there's some sort of ulterior motive. Anyways, as with most things involving Valve, all of this missing content is easy to patch back into the game. Using HalfLifeUplink.com and downloading Further Data from their website, we can simply drag and drop the last 2 maps into the game and just launch them from Create a Server. It's so easy, in fact, that some servers are already hosting the maps on Half-Life. I was even able to join a server that had a few people in it, along with some bots. So despite their absence in the base game, we've easily added them in as if we owned the disc back in the 90s. All is well. The fact that Valve not only avoided adding these maps and models, but also specifies that they only added most of the content from Further Data on their website, makes me wonder if there was some internal reason to do so, such as if they planned on adding them at a later date for whatever reason. Who knows? We can only speculate on their behalf. Regardless, if you liked the video, I occasionally make more niche content like this when I have the time, so you can sub for more if you want. Otherwise, just a thumbs up is good enough for me. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck destroying everyone at the top of PC Gamer Mountain.